Hello, my crafty friends. Today we're going to make what I'm calling an inside out an inside out journal with our envelopes. I've got 5 different sizes of envelopes. They're all oriented the same way. You wouldn't have to make your journal with envelopes that are all oriented the same way, but I've just decided I'm going to. You could have tall ones as well as wide ones. That would work fine. But most of the times when we make a journal, we decide what the cover is going to be, or we decide what the pages are going to be, and then we make our cover a little bit bigger. We decide what the cover is going to be, and we make our pages a little bit smaller. But today we're going to start with the biggest piece as our center instead of our cover, and we're going to work our way out to our smallest piece, just for kicks, because we can. You could make these where they have, you could cut this portion right here, or you could tuck it in, and then you could decorate around here so that you have pockets. You could slide tags in and all of that kind of thing. But I don't think I want to do that. But you could do that. You could do each one of these that way, where you tuck them in, and then you, well, maybe we'll do one that way. This one, we could do that way. It has the most straight across. It'd be the easiest one to do that way. Actually, I don't want to. I don't want to do any of them that way. I just want to seal them all up and make all of my envelopes just a solid, just journal pages. And no, we can add pockets and tags later if we want to, but we're just going to do them as if they were sheets of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start with this one, and we'll just, I have glue on my hands, sorry. So there's one page, and what I'm just going to do is I'm going to fold them all in the center. Now we're going to go ahead and glue stuff on both sides before we bind them together, just because I want it to be a continuous piece and not have smaller pieces on here. We can decorate them. I think a lot of these things that I'm making this month, I'm going to decorate sometime in September. So if you wonder why I'm not going ahead and going all out with it, it's because I plan to do that at another time. But I am going to put some kind of paper. I've got 10 different things here, and I've got 5 envelopes, so that should work out. But let's go ahead and glue this down. And I'm not worried about, I just want it stuck down good. So that's what's important. And we're going to do them all like that. That one's got some sticky, but it's not very good. It's minimal, so we're just going to go ahead and glue it. I probably should have done that one to this too, but we're going to cover it up with paper, so it probably really won't matter. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold each one of them, because I think after we put the decorative paper on there, or the background paper, or whatever you want to call it, I think it will fold again easier if it's been folded once already. Plus, this will kind of give you an idea of what our journal is going to look like. Our inside out journal. That's not the next one. This is the next one, sorry. This one's a little longer, that one's a little fatter. We're just going to go ahead and put the little bit longer one in. One thing you could also do is you could have them shorter in the back and longer in the front, or, you know, adjust them so that the differences here would be more. But I'm just going to do it like this first one. If I do another one sometime, I might get more fancy with it, but I didn't make a prototype of this, so this is my prototype. So when we sew it here in a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and just sew 3 holes right here on this smallest envelope, so that we know everything will be good if that small envelope's good. So this is going to be our journal. I am going to attach some ribbon to it, so I need to do that. I can do it on top of or underneath the paper that I put on here, and so that we can hold it shut, because this kind of journal obviously is not going to shut very easily. Okay, let me find some ribbon, because I do think I want to go ahead and do that underneath the paper that I put on here. Okay, I've got this ribbon. I'm going to make it way too long because I don't want to take any chances. This is back when they did ribbon right and they layered paper in between the layers of the ribbon to protect it. Don't do that anymore, even the expensive one. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it down right in the center of this envelope. Or what's going to pass for the center, because I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to scooch it a little bit. Kind of eyeball it here. Okay, I'm going to add a little more glue at the ends. Now then, what paper do I want to use on here? I've got this paper. This is really fragile, so I'm kind of debating about this, because I don't know if it will. It might be something I use inside as I'm decorating. I don't know. We'll see. These are the other papers I've got. I've got this. That will fit perfect on there, so I may use that. I've got this, and this, and this, and a synonym and antonym dictionary, page from a sewing book. This is out of a sewing pattern, and this is a calligraphy piece, and then this is a piece of paper where you could practice your calligraphy. So those are the papers that I've got to use, and I think I am going to do it with this. I don't want the yellow page. That would just get in our way. It wouldn't glue down very good, so. Oh, sorry about that, man. I'm just knocking y'all. Okay. Now I'm not, here we go. I'm just going to do it like this. And then down here. Okay, so there's what's going to be on the outside cover. Like I said, we'll decorate it in September. And I know that it's thin, so that blue will show through, but I'm alright with that. Okay. Okay, now we want to do, let's go ahead and fold it so we can be sure it's going to fold well. And we'll go back here and we'll put something on the inside. I'm tempted to just go ahead and use this because it fits perfect. And then I won't have to worry about having enough stuff to use that Danny Boy sheet, so we'll just do that. Let's make sure. Okay, this is the top. I don't guess it really matters if you've got things, you know. Come on, woo. There we go. We're going to go ahead and fold this again. And I'm just going to set it aside over here, kind of folded like that, to dry. And we're going to do this one. And I think I want some sewing on it. Maybe I want to do stitches. Okay, let's do that. I'm just going to glue it down here and then we'll trim it off. Okay. This is the easiest way to me to do this, so you don't have to worry about it cutting it even or whatever. And I don't mind a little bit of a rough edge. I find that interesting. So okay, there's one side. Now let's go ahead and put our fold in it. Okay, and on the other side, let's do this since this is sewing. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it like I did before. That worked out pretty well. Okay, I'm going to put this right on this edge. Then we only have to worry about 3 edges. Not that one more would be that much harder, just because. Picked up some ink. That's all right. Let's go ahead and okay. Okay. And there's that one. And we're just going to let it stand there, over there, and we'll move on to the next one. And I think for this one I'm going to do this. Okay. Let's go ahead and do. How long is this? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. And on the inside of that one, I think I'll, well, that's so thick. I'm going to use these two on that thinner envelope. I think I'll use this on the inside because these other two are too long, I think. That one's, those two are for that. No? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're going to use this. I really like that. I think I'd kind of like to leave that on there. Let's just do it. We'll put our glue on here. Oops. Wow. That part was really not glued. Okay. All right, we're gonna let that one stand over there and dry. We've got 3 of them over there, and I've got not enough space. All right. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna use these 2 pages. I'm gonna go, I think just for kicks, we're gonna go kind of at a weird angle like that. Just for kicks, because we can. Because we can do whatever we want. It's our journal. And I want to go crooked. Okay. I'm just going to take that and lay it down. And we're going to make sure it's really in contact with the paper underneath. Okay. Some right on the edges where, oh, it's right there. Not getting some. Okay. Okay. So there's what it looks like inside. And I'm going to do pretty much the same thing here, except I'm not going to purposefully worry about whether it's straight or crooked or anything. I'm just going to put it on there. This is going to be a pretty chunky little journal, even though we're only doing 5 sheets in the signature. I still think it'll be pretty chunky, so it should be interesting. Okay. Each one of these pages, you know, these envelopes that are now pages, are going to be pretty thick. This one will probably be thicker than most of them, but sometimes that's part of the fun, is making a really chunky little journal. Some of the things I like the best about the books that Tanya and I have been making in our hangouts is how chunky and unusual they are, you know. Not practical to carry around with you, just fun. This is kind of the same way. Okay. There's that one. And now then, we're going to glue this. I don't know if I want the numbers. Ooh, it's not quite big enough. And I was really looking forward to using that. I'm going to think about it a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put this page from this legal book on here. I'm going to use it on the inside because it is thinner and it's folding in, so I think it would be better to be thinner because this envelope's pretty thick by itself. It's made out of pretty sturdy paper. Okay, it's obviously going to be pretty easy to get this paper off, except that well, we don't even need a ruler. All right, let's just do this then. Okay. Okay. There's the inside of that one. And I think I'm going to find a piece of music paper to go out here. Yeah. I'm going to pause just a second while I look. Okay, this is fairly fragile, but not as much as the other one. And I'm just going to glue it right. Okay, we're going to do it right here on these lines right there. That way I can get as much music on there as I can. And I think it's relatively similar to the other side. Let's see how that's going to measure. Okay, we're going to have to go out here a little bit. And out here a little bit. All right. Okay. Ooh, tearing that up. Okay, let's go ahead and use the ruler here. Okay, so there's that one. So here is our very chunky little journal that we will tie shut like that, and we will decorate it later. But we are going to go ahead. Let me clamp it. Okay, and I'm going to see if I can get 3 holes with this punch here. Nope, I'm not going to even try that one because it's just too fat. Let's go through. Let's use this. It'll be a bigger hole than I really wanted, but I think that it's going to be a good idea to do it this way anyway. Okay, now you can use a pokey tool and just punch it out. That would work too, but it would be better to do that after you let it dry, and I didn't want to wait till I let it dry. So I'm going to use this hemp cord string. It's weaving thread, actually weaving yarn, whatever you want to call it. Good grief. Okay, and I'm going to do several thicknesses of it. It's fairly strong, but it's not as strong as my waxed linen would be. But I just like the look of it for this journal. Okay. And we're gonna do this and just cut it off inside. This isn't going to be our binding or anything. I mean our this is just going to put it together. It's not going to do anything, you know, to like this is going to be our tie, not this. This is just binding it. So I'm not going to worry about just gonna, oh no, let's go this way because I want this tie inside. We're going to go out and then in and then out and then back in. About the easiest way you can bind a journal. The problem is that this also makes a pretty big knot in the center. I'm going to stick a little glue on that. I don't think it would come untied, but it might, and I don't want to do 2 knots because this is a very fat Very fat bunch of yarn here, so I'm gonna do there and there. Just let it be like that. And there it is. And like I said, in September, we will revisit this book and decorate it up and put stuff in it and all that. I'll just show you what it'll kind of be like. Let's put this up this side. So it'll be something like this. Now I'm going to open it back up and let everything kind of dry out. So we're not going to have it closed while it's trying to dry. This is the quick version. Then you let it sit and dry for a couple of days after you do this. Alrighty. So here's our little inside out envelope journal. I hope you enjoyed it. God bless you and you have a great day. Bye-bye.